might pay you. Make it make sense, I might pay you.
Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it, make it, make it, make it. Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it, make it.
What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back for another week. And like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need it. I go by the Bull Vance.
And I'm here.
And we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of It _. Let's Make Sense of It _ We just hit the 2,000 follower mark. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for sure. I know. Hold on. Where's the clap? There we go. There we go. Clap it up for us. Clap it up for us. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, Let's Make Sense of It podcast. You can type that in. You can type in Let's Make Sense of It. We are everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to that. We are slowly approaching the 500 subscriber mark, so that is definitely dope as well. And on all your listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, make sure you subscribe. Leave a review. Please leave a review. And we appreciate all the support. So this week, reflections. Or looking in the mirror, however you want to look at it that way. So,
Both of them.
Got some questions that'll make you look at yourself in the mirror, or make somebody think, look in the mirror, whatever. So, let's start it this way. I'm gonna give you this quote. It says, "Women always talk about the guys who don't do right by them, but never the dudes who try to do right by them. Why?"
You answer that question. And I'll give you my perspective.
All right.
You take a shot at that.
I think it's easier, just like just how, like they say, it's easier to hate on somebody than to love somebody. I think it's easier for a woman to overlook sometimes that they messed up, because sometimes women don't want to admit that they messed up. They just want to look at it as the negative part of stuff, as all guys, like we said last week, all guys ain't shit, or this group of guys ain't shit. But they don't want to look on the other side where maybe they wasn't shit either. They had a good guy. They might have had multiple good guys, but that just wasn't their speed at the moment. Now you get a little bit older. Now it's like, is this my karma for passing up them good guys back in the day? Mm-hmm. Or they just want you. It's rare that you see a woman talk about, guys that they missed out on. It's always usually the guys that talk about the chicks that they missed out on, but it's rare that you come across, women that say, "Man, I really missed out on that guy." I can't remember the last time I heard a woman say she missed out on that guy. What do you think?
Sir. So, I would just say I like to take my L's in private. So, that being said, I don't know too many women that would say, "Oh, I missed out on that guy." Maybe I know a couple women that will acknowledge the fact that they weren't ready for that guy, or they didn't appreciate him at the moment when he was there.
Right.
But like I said last week, a lot of the times what you attract is not what you choose. So therefore, a lot of women go after the same type of man, because that's just, like I said, it's one characteristic, it's one thing that you used to, and you see him and you be like, "Oh, that's it, I'm done. I ain't gotta look no more." But then, he actually turns out to be the negative of what you actually don't want, and you now you stuck. So, I think it takes a lot of growth for somebody to admit that they messed up the relationship instead of putting the blame on somebody else, because it's so easy to put the blame on somebody else. It's so easy to admit somebody's fault in a situation before you admit your own.
True.
So if he did the most smallest thing, the most minuscule thing in their relationship, and she made that bigger than what it was, it's easier to do that than to admit that you weren't ready for that person. Like, you weren't enough for them. Not even enough. Matter of fact, you just weren't the one for them. And you just kept them around because you thought you was going to get something out of it. But you weren't the one for them. And the relationship turns toxic, it's turmoil, and now y'all don't even talk to each other.
All right. How many women do you think missed out on the one?
A lot. I think every woman probably missed out on the one. Unless she's, blessed and highly favored, and she's really lucky and she found her one.
Right.
A lot of women settle.
I was about to say, did she really find her one, or did she settle for her one?
A lot of women settle, and then some women settle but actually find the one, if that makes sense.
They settle, but they find the one. So they settled for a particular guy, but it just
so happened that that's the motherfucker that actually is the one for them.
Now, was it really the one for them? Is the question. Like, do you think a lot of women and men too have a lot of self-doubt? when it comes to missing out on that one. Like they maybe they missed out on, you know, it was the one that they knew it was the one, but maybe, you know, the time wasn't right, or maybe they weren't in the right space and that particular guy was in the right space, and now they missed out. But now they constantly probably stalking the page or trying to figure out what's going on with them, knowing that they can't get over them.
I mean, sometimes it's just not your moment. Like, what's for you will come back to you. It will be for you. And sometimes, you know, it's the wrong time. It's the right. What is it? The right time, wrong place? No, wrong.
Right time or wrong place. Right time, wrong place. No, I don't think he was right. Did we say that right? I don't know. We probably messed it up.
We probably fucked that up.
You in the right place? No, you in the right place at the wrong time. No, it was right. Yeah,
right
you
place,
good.
wrong time. Okay, a lot of people do that, and I mean, it's not good. Like, you have certain instances where people meet and they're like both in relationships and everything like that, but something between them clicks, and it's not loving their significant others less than what they do. It's just a simple fact that something between them clicked, and a lot of people fuck that up because they'll automatically think, like, because you click with this person, you should be with this person. No,
not necessarily.
It's just this person crossed your path for a reason. Right. And it's just something between you two that you can explore to a certain extent in a certain way. True.
Now, sometimes there's a lot of women that, you know, they always say that the guys play games, but sometimes it'll be a guy. He's done playing games, like he want to settle down with this particular woman, but then she's not ready to settle down, or she's just still looking at him as somebody that just comes through, as one of those come throughs, and he's taking it serious. So then when he's like, all right, I told you I want to take it serious, and he moves on, now she's in her feelings.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people just have to, I don't know, just like tell the truth. Like, when you out here dating, like, don't just say like, oh, I'm not looking for something serious. Like, say, tell the truth. Like, I'm looking for something serious, but I'm nervous, or I don't know what your intentions may be, and, you know, I'm not really trying to date 6 people at one time and try to pick the best fucking one.
True. Sometimes when you dating too, you gotta take your feelings out of it, like in the very beginning, because some people get overly emotional. Like, maybe it'll be a guy, he might be talking to a couple chicks, and this particular chick, she finds out, now she's in her feelings. But you gotta realize, like, y'all dating, you're not exclusive, like we said way back when. You're not exclusive, so
very much
get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings.
They'll get mad, like, oh man, these guys for everybody, blah blah blah. I mean,
like,
he's not yours right now.
And start explaining and start saying the things that you're not okay with. Like, start setting your boundaries up. And a lot of people don't do that. If you are dating and you are only talking to one person, or whatever the case may be, and you know that person is talking to multiple people, like, you need to set yourself up for that. Don't go into it, you only talking to one person, you automatically assume that they only talking to you. Yeah. Like, no, that's not everybody. Everybody doesn't do that.
Don't put your standards on somebody else's. Like, thinking they have the same standards, because we both know women and men, we operate different.
Right.
We operate different. So,
right.
What do you think of this quote? The main reason why most men are single is because the character of the woman they want is not in the body shape they admire.
That's weird. It's weird.
Why is it weird?
I mean, like, we in 2022. If that's the, you know, like, somebody, you can buy the body. Like, I'm not understanding. Like,
you can buy the body.
Why would you, like, okay, so if the character is, so if you into, you know, built chicks, like, you into thick chicks with a small waist, you know, thick thighs, fat ass, the boobs don't really matter, but just, like, you know, kind of proportion nicely, I guess you can say. And you meet a girl who has the characteristics that you want in somebody that you see being your partner, but she just so happens to be a BBW, or she's bigger than that. Do you just disregard her because she's that figure or that body size, and just trying to go find somebody that has those same characteristics that you're looking for, just because in the body shape that you're looking for? Like, why would you miss out on your opportunity because of that?
That's because some men, for whatever reason, they feel as though they have to get their homies to validate their women for whatever reason, which I don't understand. Like, oh, because she don't look like such and such, now you can't be with her. Like, some dudes be secret chubby chasers too. That'd be the thing. Like they be secret to like they really want, you know what I'm saying, the BBW for real, but they don't want their friend to clown them or something like that. Listen, I'm telling you something. It's gonna be a guy out there that don't give a fuck. They will go scoop that BBW up, and you will be stuck there mad talking about, I could have had her, but I could have had her, but no, bro.
Shoulda, woulda. Now you shit out of luck.
Yeah,
because somebody appreciated what she had to offer. Like, let's be honest. Like, let's really be honest. Reality, looks matter.
Right.
Put that out there. Looks very much matter. Now, what I'm saying is you don't base everything off of looks. But when you first meet somebody, they don't know how great your personality is as soon as they meet you. Right. They look at your body, they look at what you're wearing, and they look at your face. So, of course, looks matter and all those things. But if you only surrounding yourself with that, then you miss out on so much, and you wind up with the same type of female because all you looking at is their body type. Yeah,
plus that chick could be the one that you really needed. That's the one you really needed. She cooking for you, nigga. You ain't had a home cooked meal in 5 years.
Exactly.
You keep messing with these chicks that look good that can't fucking cook.
It's a lot of girls that go into the relationship skinny and then they come out thicker because there's
got that happy week.
It's happy week. You don't let it get too far.
It's happy weight, then you happily overweight. You gotta use.
Now you might meet you a BBW who kind of want to slim down a little bit. It's just like don't base everything off of somebody's body type or solely just their looks. Like if they catch your attention that attracts you, boom, that's perfect. Talk to them.
All right.
See if they worth holding a conversation with because looks can only get you so far.
Yeah, you be good looking and have an ugly soul.
Yes.
You have an ugly personality. You have an ugly way of thinking. You just everything else could be ugly about you. You might look good, or you could be the ugly chick that has a great soul, great personality. You have everything going for you, but you might have attitude too. So.
Yeah, nobody want to hear, you wasn't really my type, but you dope as hell. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of my face.
That's a little bit disrespectful. Like, you dope for real, but you know what I'm saying?
You ain't my. Well, like,
smashable, but
like, why are you talking to me then? Like,
talking to you crazy. Y'all gotta stop disrespecting some of these chicks out here too, man. Y'all be thinking just because the chick dressed a certain way or she look a certain way that she is a certain way. Like you gonna get smacked out this shit. Yeah. So you keep approaching these chicks the wrong way or grabbing them in the club, they gonna kick your ass. Now, off of that question, if your partner said you let yourself go in a relationship, how would you respond to that?
How did they say? Did they just say like, and they like when I met you, you was like a size 6, but like now you done let yourself go? Like, is they saying it like that?
No, I guess it depends. I guess it depends how they come off and saying it.
Very much so. Because telling somebody you let yourself go,
that could be a little disrespectful. That could be a lot disrespectful. Forget little. That could be a lot disrespectful. Like, damn, you fat as shit. Like you.
I ain't saying sugarcoat it. I ain't saying say they fat as shit either. But what I'm saying is like just tell them like, I think
I think we need to go to the gym.
I think we need to go to the gym. I'm just saying, be the supportive partner.
Yeah, be the person and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna start going to the gym. Maybe you should come with me. Maybe,
no, don't shit.
Maybe you should come with me.
like sit them down and have an honest conversation. It's no okay way to tell somebody that they got fatter.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's no okay way to say it. It's like you don't want to sugarcoat it, but you don't also want to be too harsh about it. Like you're not trying to hurt their feelings, but you also want to let them know like
yeah, like if that's not your body type. Like there's a lot of bigger dudes that's their body type. They just big dudes. But if you was you slim and now you got your guts sticking out there, it's looking like Santa over there. It's like
yeah,
it's like yeah, let me go ahead and go to the gym. Let's get a little bit toned up.
Like, I mean, some people don't care, but some people like, babe, you gain a midget or a mountain, we got a problem. Something's going on.
You gain a midget or a mountain.
Something's going on. We need to discuss it.
Is pushing independence a big part of the reason why so many people struggle in relationships or can't get married?
Pushing independence.
Yes. Pushing independence.
Like overly independent.
Like overly independent. Like pushing it to the point that people so scared to compromise. Like they don't even want to compromise with their partner. Like they just stuck in a relationship then. They stuck in their ways. Like I'm this is me. No, not even this is me. Like I could do it all. I could do it by myself. Now if you gonna be with me, you gonna be with me. If not, then I
mean in reality, a lot of shit you can do by it. If you've been taking care of yourself and you meet somebody, of course you can take care of yourself. Like that's a given. Like if they meet you, you had your own car, own apartment, you paying your own bills, you buying your own food, you paying for your own vacations, whatever the case may be. If they met you at that point, they already know that you're independent and you can take care of yourself. Right. Now, if they come into it thinking that they have to take care of you, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm independent, I don't need you for shit. You get to be like, no, it's all right, I got it. And then when y'all get to that point, then it'll be a give or take type of thing. You do something, he do something, or he does something, she does something. Like y'all weigh that balance out. But going into something overly independent, it just makes people cringe. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know you don't need for anything, but I'm willing to give you this because I want to.
Is that why you think some relationships struggle?
Yeah.
Because maybe the one person is more independent or overly
it's like
independent.
it's like a fight. It's like a fight for power. Like, I'm doing this, so you should be doing that. Like, no, like your relationship should be 100-100. It's not 50-50. Because that means that other 50% is going somewhere else. It's 100-100. Yeah. Whatever I give, if I'm giving 100%, you should be giving 100%. Now, if you want to go to 50-50, then that's perfectly fine. But something's going to be lacking in this relationship. Very
much so. But the hard part is, like we always say, man, like, you can't, what they say, you can't teach can't teach an old dog new tricks. Like, some people in their 20s have been so stuck in their ways coming through their whole 20s. So when they hit 30, they don't even, it feel like it's a whole new life. Like, they don't even know how to even adapt. Some people, I think in your 20s, you're supposed to grow. Like, you're supposed to grow. Like, when you're younger, you're supposed to grow. Then you get to 30, you're still growing, but you're supposed to build. You're supposed to build off of your 20s. I feel like.
I think every round of ages is a different stage in your life. Like, people say, like, in your 20s, you're supposed to save. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that, and it's just like, well, when the fuck am I supposed to enjoy myself?
But you know what's crazy when they say that? You're supposed to save you, because people say, oh, you're supposed to save when you're in your 20s, but then they be the same ones to, oh, you're supposed to live your life in your 20s.
I honestly think in your 20s, you should make most of your mistakes in your 20s. I believe that's the moment that you should make most of your mistakes as an adult, as a young adult going into an adult.
Right.
I don't feel like when you hit like your 30s, it should be like you should have all your shit together. No, you evolve. You evolve just like the fucking seasons come around. It's not gonna be the same, and something may happen where you think you're gonna have all your shit together and you don't.
Why do everybody think? Why do people? Well, one, I don't know why people put like certain goals on certain ages. Like, oh, you hit this age, you're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be that. But then it's the funny part. You look at certain like celebrities, they ain't hit their goals till they late 30s, hit in the 40s, and they living their life.
I'm just saying. What age did Jay-Z drop Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah, that's because I think people see age and they think, oh man, I'm getting old.
Like, no.
Like, no. Like,
no, and don't look at other people.
Look at
even at their ages, at the same age as you, if they're doing more. That's perfectly fine. It was their time. It may not be yours, or you made a miss your time. It is what it is. But make up for it. It's just like shit. When I was 18, I told my grandma I was gonna be married at 25 with 2 kids.
I think everybody said that as a young.
I'm 28, married, no marriage and no kids. So I'm just saying, you ain't gonna always reach them goals that you want to reach at the moment that you want to reach them. Sometimes it takes a little minute, and your expectations sometimes have to be lowered, and you have to come to reality that it's not going to happen exactly when you want it to.
Right, but everybody living. The problem is everybody's living for everybody else. Nobody's living for themselves nowadays. Everybody's kind of living for that lifestyle to show. Everybody's living to show off, pretty much. That's what it seems like. All right, like I did this. Like you just gotta announce that I've been on it. I'm over here. I'm over here. Like, it's okay to, get your goals, get everything in order first. Don't worry about making everything look good online. Like make sure your home is good. Make sure your home life is good. Make sure all that's good before you are here trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they would say. Trying to impress and everything. I don't know why, but to each his own. Touch the petty here. Should you return gifts to your ex after a breakup?
Nope.
Why?
They're mine.
Why not?
So what was he doing? He bought you an engagement ring? Okay. You gotta give it back.
You keeping it? So if you broke up with if you was with an ex, or say you broke up, you had an ex and they brought you an engagement ring, you keeping the ring?
Yep.
Really?
Mine.
Why would you keep the ring?
Gave it to me.
But why?
Now I gotta wear it.
But what are you keeping it for then? What are you trying to hold on to?
So
like why though? What are you You gonna sell it?
Selling it.
Yo, let me ask you a question. What are you gonna do? Put it on wait. I'll ask you a question. What if it's so funny though? What if you go to sell it, you find out that Joe was fake?
I'm gonna be like, damn.
Yo, can you imagine?
I ain't gonna boast about it that I'm selling it. It's gonna be like, all right, you gave it to me. I'm gonna go. If I go sell and they tell me, oh, it's not worth shit, I'm gonna be like,
Can you imagine that though?
But that's like, all
But
right.
what if y'all got back together though?
But what I'm saying,
that's the kicker though.
You asking me that
What if-
question, but I want to know if the niggas, if you broke up with your ex or whatever, y'all was together for a good amount of time, right?
I
And
want
she
that
bought
back.
she bought you sneakers, she
Oh, yeah,
bought
no,
you
they
this
mine.
and that third. Like, are you dropping off all the pairs of drawers and sneakers and shit that she bought you?
No, you died.
All right, then you
I'm not
keeping
doing it, you know what I'm
it.
saying?
So
We
I'm
not
gonna keep
doing that.
anything that's given to me. I'm keeping.
I ain't no niggas dropping on sneakers. You died.
See, exactly.
That'd be first of all.
A lot of niggas out here would be fucking.
If you've been with a lot,
shoeless. They be shoeless. They be barefoot as a motherfucker.
You be shoeless. Like that's super petty though. Like you,
What?
I want my shoes back. I want my necklace back. You gonna be like Ti off ATL. You my chain, but when he snatched
the
it,
chain, like damn,
now that was petty. That was
mean,
petty. And if anything I bought you, you can
he
keep.
was upset.
You can keep though. But the ring joint, that's a little wild. Now.
Why you take? What are you gonna do with it?
Take it back? Fuck you mean? Why you keep? What is you keeping it for?
Why you?
What is you trying to hold
keep it
on
back?
to?
Why you? I'm not holding on to anything. I'm
You know how much money?
selling this
You know
shit.
how much money that joint probably worth? If it,
But
if,
you just said it might not be worth shit.
well, I said if it was fake, if it just happened to be fake.
All right, so if it's real,
But if it's real, like
If
what is
it's
you,
real, like,
you just gonna profit. You're not gonna profit.
you pay for it
You're
or
not
you
gonna
still paying it off?
You're not gonna profit off of. You're not gonna profit off of us breaking up though. That's what's not going.
what?
What if he asked for it back?
No, I lost it.
Oh, you being super petty there.
It depends on the relationship.
I
Like
lost
if we both agree
Chick
that
don't lose. It's really women lose jewelry like that.
if we both ended the relationship like on like a mutual thing or whatever case may be, of course he can have his ring back. But if he did some foul shit or whatever case may be and I want to break up with him, it's mine. Have a good day.
You could be down there you'll be at Jewelers Row trying to pawn that joint or try to sell it back to somebody.
I'm gonna go get it. Go see
Get it
what-
appraised.
Go
Like,
get it appraised first to see how much it's worth and see if
They be like,
he might be on a payment plan for that ring and I don't know about it.
That's probably, you know what? That's probably why he wanted back though. Like, I need my ring. I'm still paying it off. If he's still paying it off, he feels as though like, yeah, I need that back.
See,
But if it's a bad breakup, he just be like, F everything.
it's a bad breakup.
You just said F everything. You can have it. I don't care.
If it's a bad breakup and he really pissed me off, I'm gonna slingshot that shit in his eye.
Wow.
Here you go.
Now you
Wow.
you just going out with a bang for
Wow.
real.
Here you go. You want your ring back?
Hey,
Wow.
you going out with a bang for real. Now speaking of that, why is the pressure to be the bigger person always placed on the person who was wronged?
Child, I don't know. People throw around that be the bigger person thing, and you know, it's everything doesn't need every action doesn't need a reaction. It's just like no. Fuck.
I used to think
that. If you were wrong and you feel some type of way about it, you do not have to be the bigger person. I'm not saying you got to go out here and like ruin this motherfucker's life or anything like that, but you don't always have to be the bigger person in that moment. Sometimes you have to get your feelings out first, and then you can reflect on that, and then you'll be the bigger person. And then you'll be not even the bigger person. You'll be done with it. There's no need to be the bigger person. But the simple fact is that if you were in a relationship and somebody was like dogging you out or they were manipulating you, gaslighting you, whatever type of shit, you know, they might have caused a lot of rips in your fucking life. Like, I'm not just gonna be the bigger person and be like, you know what? Forget that man and da-da-da. Sometimes you have to let your emotions out first. Because they do say a lot of times when you're angry with somebody for how much they wronged you, they keep power over you because you're constantly thinking about it.
Correct. Yeah.
So now what I'm saying is everybody that's like, oh, you need to be the bigger person. At that moment, it's not snapping your fingers and you're going to be the bigger person and not think about it. You are. So what I'm saying is you should always get those emotions out first. And then after that, you take that power back. Now you're not thinking about it. You're not concerned about it because you got your emotions out how you feel about it.
True. Sometimes, listen, man, I've been a bigger person in a lot of situations. Sometimes it'll drive you crazy though. You be like, I always gotta be the bigger person. I always gotta take the high road. Cause sometimes you just want to say fuck it, like yo, fuck you,
like
fuck
sometimes
it.
you want to curse a motherfucker out.
Yeah, sometimes you want to tell people off like, yo, man, listen,
You're a piece of garbage.
yeah, like no real rap. Cause sometimes I think people forget what you've done for them, what you did for them, and what you were doing for them. And I that sometimes that goes over people's head. They just want to make rash decisions and all that other bullshit. Like I hate being a person that's always gotta be the bigger person. I'll tell you, because I know you're supposed to, supposed to come with growth, you know, and you're supposed to feel better and all of that good stuff. No, sometimes you just want to say fuck you. You just want to say fuck you. Like, man, what did I do to you?
Only person that has to deal with the consequences of that is you. So
Yeah,
if you show out and then you feel really bad about it later.
Right.
All right, you know that this cause and effect, this is what it is. But if you show out and don't give a fuck, you sleep peacefully at night,
Yeah.
fuck them. Fuck anybody's opinion, it doesn't matter. That person wronged you. This thing is between you and that person. The outside world does not matter. Everybody's opinions can keep it in their pocket. It don't matter.
Yeah, nobody listen because everybody gonna have an opinion. Whether right, wrong, indifferent, everybody has an opinion, and it doesn't even really matter because 9 times out of 10, most people, I'm gonna tell y'all this, y'all opinions really don't matter. Like I said, keep it being with you, it really don't matter because sometimes some of y'all be like, who are you to give me an opinion? You don't even got your own shit together. Like that's what that be the kicker. Like you don't even got your shit together. Don't. Sometimes you just want to be one of the moments you just want to tell people off. Like you just really, it's easy. It's a lot harder being humble. I'm gonna tell you that, people. It's a lot harder being humble than some of these people that be out here.
Ooh, it's really hard when you gotta bite your tongue a lot.
And I can see why some of these rappers they when they start talking their shit, I get why. Like y'all came a long way. Y'all had to get there.
Like you gotta keep biting your tongue and motherfuckers just keep thinking that you sweet and then you blow up and everybody looking at you like something wrong with you.
Yeah. But hey,
Will Smith, prime example.
Hey, yep. Hey, take a break from that. Our 2 cents segment. Now,
Messy time. The number is no longer a thing.
Is it?
It's disconnected.
Listen, if y'all want to call, we might have to do one day where we do like somebody call in live and give us maybe y'all do it that way. We give y'all time.
They gotta call.
We call y'all, or we'll call y'all, whatever.
They gotta call our phone number. I disconnected that.
Yeah,
line.
no, you damn.
I disconnected that line. That line is no longer. A
The
thing.
line is disconnected. Okay,
line is disconnected.
So just leave a voice. Matter of fact, leave a voice message at on our page. Go to Let's Make Sense of It. Leave a voice message. We will play it on the show.
There you go.
We will play it on the show.
That might seem better for y'all.
It might be. It might be a little bit easier. You ain't gotta leave no name or nothing. Well, it is what it is. This one. A chick says she's pregnant and she doesn't know if the father is her ex, her coworker, or her boss.
Ooh.
What should she do?
She said her ex.
She says she doesn't know if the father is her ex, her coworker, or her boss.
I mean, that seems very like she can just get a DNA test.
It's
an ex, it's a coworker, and it's a boss. Unless she lying to all 3 of these niggas.
I know,
about
and they think they
the only one, then she got a problem. But
that's very messy. You messing with the boss and a coworker.
I mean, your vacation, all your PTO is handled. You probably getting free lunch every day. Yeah, I don't know. Your ex probably still giving you money.
Of all, that's some very mischievous shit right there. Like, I mean, you dealing with you dealing with 2 dudes that's in the same work environment right there. Like they probably might have even been cool. I'm not gonna say they were, but how you make your way from the coworker to the boss?
Depending on which one she like more, if the coworker start fucking up or getting on her nerves, she go to the boss, fire him.
She was living. First of all, this whole scenario. First of all, she was living messy. You just out here, raw dog, and you just sushi and everything out there. You heavy sushi chick out there. You little shrimp tempura. You just out here just
not shrimp tempura.
She out here just getting shrimp tempura out this thing, man.
That's not a thing. That's not a fucking thing.
Yeah, she out here getting shrimp tempura. Actually, she's not even shrimp tempura because that's cooked. You like the other sushi. I don't even know what to call you. A little tartar. Like, I don't even know what to like. That's just living. You living dangerous. The best advice would the
best stuff. It ain't shrimp tempura.
You wanted them sushis, man. Listen, man. You wanted them.
I can't.
No, but what you should do? Yeah, get a DNA test. Like, what do you mean? What you should do? You're not with none of these people. I don't think. Like, unless you like. I'm guessing you was lying. Like, I'm sure the boss knew. Bosses be knowing. Like bosses know you was dealing with somebody in the office. I'm sure.
I mean, she can wait
and see who the baby look like.
It's the baby get there and then do the DNA test. If she's still pregnant, it'll be harder for them to do the DNA test. But if she, if she has the baby and then goes from there, yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Off of that, should DNA test be mandatory?
No.
Why not?
Why would it be mandatory? Everybody out here ain't just fucking random motherfuckers that don't know who their baby father is. Like every female is not doing it. Like that doesn't make any sense. If you sleeping with one nigga and one nigga only, and then you get pregnant, who's the father? He is. So
True.
Why would I go somewhere? Why would I go to the hospital and they telling me automatically we do a DNA test for what? What you about to tell me? I mean, I had this baby by myself.
No. But just to make sure. I mean, I'm sure because some chicks be lying. Let's put it that way.
So if you had your baby,
no,
and you went to the hospital and they told you
I wish they
DNA
would.
test is mandatory. You sitting there like, for what? Like I know that's mine.
My baby came out looking just like me. What you mean? She came.
She still looks just like you. But what I'm saying is, if DNA tests were mandatory at that moment when you had your baby, how would you feel?
I ain't gonna hold you. I feel the type of way. Keep it a bean with you. Like I'd be like, oh, what did you mean?
Now, would you be looking at your significant other sideways or the doctor sideways?
Both probably. Like who told you?
Why are you looking at her sideways?
Because who told you
the DNA test is mandatory, so there's no reason to look at her. She didn't call for it. She didn't ask for it. See, niggas always blaming the female.
But no, I'm not blaming the female. I'm not blaming the female. It was definitely on the doctor. But you know what's the crazy part? It could what you call it?
What?
It could like the sad part is a lot of dads aren't even in the hospital when the woman has the baby. So that's the sad part right there. Number one.
Shit, mine wasn't.
So that's damn. Damn. That's the sad part. You be like, it'd be like a mom, it'd be like a sister or somebody, a friend. It won't even be the dad won't even be there. And then they wonder why. I think that right there tends to be like the downfall of a lot of those bitter baby mom, bitter baby dad situations right there. Like you wasn't even there for me. You was doing X, Y, Z. Because what reason could you really have not to be there, or even attempt to be there at the birth of your child? Like what was going on?
I don't know. That's why you should choose your child's fathers wisely. I don't know.
It's funny you say that. I seen a post. It said, since if women's intuition is so good, how come y'all can't never tell that this baby dad or this guy is not going to be shit with your kid?
I don't know. If he has kids already, like that should definitely show you what type of father he is, how he is around his kids and everything like that. Not him just telling you how he is with his kids, like actually seeing him in action with his kids. That should tell you a little bit about like what type of father he's going to be. If he's telling you he doesn't want kids,
look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror. Tell yourself maybe he's not the one to have kids with.
We're going to keep beating this in y'all head.
A baby will not change that nigga.
We're going to keep...
A baby will not change that nigga.
We see this all the time. Every week that goes past, it's just the same cycle online.
Same post.
That's
same
why
shit going
we just,
on.
yeah, like...
Your baby daddy ain't... Well, I mean, ma'am.
If y'all think we tired of talking about it, just imagine if we tired of seeing it. This is why we trying to get y'all to avoid this.
Like...
If y'all learn nothing else, you going to learn to pick people wisely.
Like...
Let's put it that way.
I know it feels nice, but the aftermath of that is a baby, and if he don't want it, you are stuck with it.
Yeah.
You can take him to court.
Got a point.
That's perfectly fine, because a lot of niggas aren't smart enough to understand, either how the court system works or their rights and everything like that. You can perfectly go along and do that, but at the end of the day, why would you go through all that grief when you can just not have the baby?
Let me ask you this question. I should have asked it one before when we was back in our messy segment.
Oh, wait,
so
let me put this in there. This is not for the women that had kids with a guy and he seemed to be a great father and then all of a sudden he became a piece of shit. This is not for you.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a totally different thing.
Because sometimes you say the baby won't keep. Sometimes the baby will change a guy for whatever reason, whether it's for good or it's for worse. Because I don't know, like it's like dudes have a baby and then all of a sudden they just like see the light or something, like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Like what?
Y'all start going outside and shit more. Like you wasn't outside
that's
before.
Weird. And I can't respect you if you will take care of your kids, and I can't respect you if you hanging with somebody that don't take care of their kids. Like that's a double
whammy.
Double whammy. Now, damn, what I was about to say. Damn, I lost you had some questions too. I forgot what was I about to say. God damn.
I got a question for you.
Maybe lose my train of thought.
So the question is, what?
Oh, I remember now.
What is the difference between giving advice and someone having this and what is the difference between giving advice and someone needing discipline? No, sorry. What is the difference between someone needing advice and needing discipline?
So when somebody needs advice, they probably dealing with a situation and they just basically need your point of view pretty much. Like they need you to tell them how you would look at this situation, don't just pretend you're out of the situation. They look in the situation like, all right, this is my opinion, this is that. Now discipline, that's different. Discipline is like, yo, listen, like you need to get your shit together. You need to get your shit together. Like, and so in so many words, like that's what discipline is. Like you need to, how would I put it? You need to tell them like you gotta give them that tough love. I think discipline is tough love. Advice is just, you giving this perspective of how you see the situation. Discipline is like, yo, we're not gonna keep doing this. You're not gonna keep calling me every week, every other day, telling me about what he doing, what she doing, but you're not fixing it. One day y'all good, everything's peachy. The next day y'all arguing. The next day y'all bad good. Like, we not gonna stop coming to me telling me these problems. Like, you need to get it together yourself. Like, that's discipline. Like, yo, come on, get it together. You gotta give them that tough love, because people will burn you out. You try to help them out. Now you burnt out. Now you looking at them like, all right, now I see why y'all made for each other, because y'all both burnouts. Y'all burning me out. It's a big fire around here. Everybody burnt the fuck out. Like, you act like you the third wheel in the relationship. Like, you
Definitely.
now you the third wheel in the relationship.
Yeah.
You trying to figure out what is happening now.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think the difference
I
is?
honestly think that a lot of people need to listen to this, and the difference between advice, giving someone needing advice is just like, hey, I'm at this job. I get paid X amount of money, the hours of this. I like this, that, and the third about it, but it's poor management, and it's just like real toxic when I walk into the building. And I got hired for this job. Now the hours are different, and it's like I make $1 less, but it's something that I really, really want to do. That's somebody wanting advice because they want to see, like, maybe you can see something that I'm not seeing. Maybe I don't want to jump ship too fast. Now, somebody coming to you every day complaining that their job is a piece of shit, they don't get paid enough, their hours are shitty, their management sucks, and da-da-da. They complaining to you every single day about it, but they haven't applied for a damn job.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here?
The
What
discipline has to come out, and they have to say, like, well, what are you doing? You're not moving. If somebody is constantly talking about they want to lose weight, but they don't want to go on a diet, they don't want to go to the gym, all they want to do is quick shit. So they want to do like the fat slimming teas. They want to get surgery and everything like that. Not knowing that because you have that surgery, you still have to keep up with it,
yeah,
and everything like that. And it changes your body, it changes your appetite, it changes a lot of shit about you. But they just want to take the easy route. It's just that you need discipline. Because everything, you're not doing anything to get towards an end goal or to change anything. You're just complaining about it. So it's like when your girlfriend or your man is on your line complaining about what his girlfriend did or what some shorty did or what her boyfriend did, whatever the case may be, when he's constantly complaining but they're not fixing their relationships and they're not fixing their situations, you no longer are giving them advice. Because your advice, the first time they came to you, didn't go no fucking where. Now you need to tell them, like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I told you exactly what to do, and you're not making a move. You're not doing nothing. And it's not to be a bad friend to people that's gonna think that what it is. You're not being a bad friend. You're not listening to them. But at the end of the day, you can't pour from an empty fucking cup.
No.
Like, how many times do I have to tell you he ain't shit or she ain't shit or this person is not for you, or stop burdening yourself with this?
Listen, we build our show is built around the truth you don't want. But you need like accountability. Like this is what we are built around. So if you can't hold your friends accountable, send them our way. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to sit down. You know, listen to the first couple episodes. You know, we get you right. We try to hold y'all accountable with certain situations, because these are all real life situations. These aren't just just some made up shit. We ain't just up here talking shit all the time. Like, we're a self-improvement podcast. We're really trying to teach people and we're a self-improvement podcast. We really try to teach people and hold people accountable for certain things. That's why we have certain topics, because it's like, y'all need to hear this real shit and need to understand, like, yo, some people, they gonna sugarcoat it for you, or they gonna give you that one-sided. That's a lot of one-sided conversations out here when it comes to other shows or when it comes to radio shows, podcasts. Everybody got a voice now, whether you do it online or whatever. It's usually a one-sided situation, and it's never the two sides of things. We always gonna give you the two sides of everything, whether you like it or not. Hey, that's up to you to decide. But we always gonna give you the real. So when you gotta give people that discipline, like you got to, like, when somebody starts disturbing your peace, that's when it's time to be like, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. And I don't, like you said, I don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you want from me? Yeah, like, sometimes I ask, what do you want from me? Like, what do you really want from me? Like, what do you want me to be the one in the relationship for you? Like, I can't be there for you. I can't be there with you to tell you how to do something. How many friends or people you probably came across, you could tell them until you blew in the face, like, yo, this is not going to work. This situation, I'm telling you, it's headed down that wrong road. And they don't want to listen because they stuck in their ways. They don't want to look in the mirror. As we say, nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, oh, I need to change. You You know, that's the hardest thing for people to do is to look in the mirror and say, I need to change something. Nobody's perfect. I don't care how perfect you think you are. Like sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, yeah, I need to get my shit together.
Right.
I need to grow. I gotta stop blaming everybody else for my problems. I need to fix my own problems. So people don't want to take accountability for they problems. They want to just keep forcing. They want to tell you what your problem is or what everybody else's problem is. They don't want to self-reflect.
Right.
And be like, oh damn, well, like we say, every action or for every action is a reaction. So that person didn't just start acting that particular way for no reason. Like it might have been 3, 4, 5 instances they might not have said nothing, but it was that 6th instant where they got pissed off and they got tired of it. Now they snapping on you. Now why you snapping on me? Because I told you the first 5 times I didn't like that. But for whatever reason, you keep doing it. If you keep doing something, it's gonna listen. The smallest dog, eventually you keep poking at it, it's gonna bite you. you keep poking at that little dog, they ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna eventually bite you. Keep messing with the cat, she gonna eventually scratch you. But you know, off of what you just said. Now, should single friends give out relationship advice?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Single friends.
Why though?
Like what the hell?
Why?
Like I don't understand. Like I never understood that if your friend is single, oh, my earring that fell out my ear.
Oh man, see, look,
Fucking,
they not trying to hear what you trying to say.
But single friends can give out relationship advice because a lot of the times they're on the outside looking in, so they see things that you don't see.
True.
Now every friend, okay, y'all are adults. Everybody ain't been single their entire fucking life. They at least been in one relationship where they got a little bit of knowledge about it.
Some people ain't even been in that.
But a lot of things and people think, oh, just because you're in a relationship it's just relationship things. A lot of this shit is not even relationship. It's just human nature. So a single friend can give you advice about human nature. Now, particularly about your relationship or what you're going through, they may not have the right advice for it because they've never been through it. And they can probably just give an opinion on what they would do or what they've seen before, but they don't have any actual knowledge or any actual experience in it. That's perfectly fine. Like, I can't give a married couple married advice because I've never been married.
Right.
But I've been in relationships. I've grown in relationships and out of them, and I've grown with them myself. So I can give a married couple human nature advice.
Now, what if you had all failed relationships and you try to give out relationship advice?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Can you still give out relationship advice? Because
if you had all failed relationships and you learning from those failed relationships, there might be something that you can tell somebody. You can tell the next person. All advice isn't bad advice.
Don't follow
me. It's like you can that's literally what you're telling somebody. Like, don't do that. Like somebody it was a post and it was like, anytime my man call, I'm coming, regardless of what I'm doing, middle of turn up, out my friends, and then it's just like I feel as though that's unhealthy to a certain extent.
Why?
Because the simple fact is that you eventually all those. So it's like it's cute and it looks like it's fun and everything. It's funny. Like okay, like when my man call, I'm leaving and it's just like all right. You constantly with your man, but now you're mad because you're not getting invited out anymore. Nobody's calling you for a turn up anymore because you always with your man. You always leaving the party early. It's like in any relationship, you should have a balance of when you want to be with your man and when you can be out with your friends. Right. You should never do one. You should never do one more than the other. So you can't be in a relationship always out with your girlfriends every weekend. That makes no sense. And you can't be in a relationship and you neglecting your friends who were there before your man. And like your solid friends, not the ones that's flaky. Like your solid friends, you neglected them because you constantly want to be under your man balls. Well, no.
Some women like that though. Some women don't want to be with their friends after they want to be out with the girlfriend.
That's perfectly fine. But not
out with the girlfriends. They want to be with their man.
That's perfectly fine. I enjoy going out with my man.
Right.
Like I enjoy going on dates. I enjoy spending time with him in the house and everything. But I
also
need space, and I also need moments to be with my friends.
Right.
I also need those moments. Now, for the women that enjoy being with their man and in the house with their man and don't really want to be with their friends, that's your prerogative. I still feel like you need a balance, and it's unhealthy.
Right. Some people won't
especially if you got kids. Now you just in the house with him and the kids. Eventually, and then when you go out, you just don't know what to do, so you want to go home. True.
You sitting there all dumb.
Yeah, you sitting there like, I don't know what to do.
I don't want to be
I'm so used to now I want to go home or whatever case. But then you in the house. But then a lot of them women, they in the house complaining that they don't go out.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, this is what I'm saying. If you spending time with your man, He should be taking you out. If you spending time with your man, y'all only sit in the fucking house, that's something that's stupid. He should be taking you out. Y'all going on vacations. Y'all going bowling. Whatever the case may be, y'all have dates night, something. But if y'all just constantly sitting in the house on the couch watching fucking Grey's Anatomy over and over again, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, where's your balance? Like, damn. Like, do you take a spa day for yourself? Do you go get your nails done? Do you go shopping by yourself? Everything is just with that man?
That's that super clingy shit right there. And that shit can get annoying. Like, all right, yo, go out with your friends. Like, give me some space. Nothing, not that you don't enjoy being with them. Of course you enjoy being with them, but sometimes you be like, yo, can I go out or can you go out? Like, we don't always have to go out together. Like, just get
and the right man will ask you, like, baby, you don't want to go out and do. Like, he'll ask you because he'll know that you need that balance.
Right.
Now, different type of nigga, a little bit controlling, would be like,
Where
he
you
don't
going?
give a fuck. Where
Yeah,
you going?
where you
As soon as you want to go out the door, he
want to
like,
call you.
Where you going? He calling you 6,000 times trying to figure out where you at. And then you coming back in the house early because he done called you all them times and you don't even get to enjoy yourself. He texts you like, what you doing? He want to be on FaceTime. Like, you trying to turn up. Well, you might be out at the candle making joint where you get wine and cheese and he calling you 10,000 times and want to be on FaceTime while you doing that. Like, come on.
That's super. That's super annoying though. If you out turning out, I've told you I'm here. I let you know I'm here. All right, I'm here. Don't call me every 5 minutes.
Especially if you got my location.
What you doing? What you
stop
doing?
calling me.
I am here.
I am here.
I am here. I remember what my question was, but I'm gonna go back to this question first. I said, should courts make baby mothers show receipts for what they do with child support payments?
Why you asking me this question? I already had the girls ready to tussle with the last one, and that wasn't even a question. That was just my opinion.
That wasn't even the question. That was just.
Now, what I will say is that I dislike the court system when it comes to the whole, like, you know, that fighting over like custody and child support and stuff like that, because a lot of times the court rules with the mother, like, automatically, and
like,
no matter how many receipts the dad has, no matter how much he can show proof that he's doing 50, like he's giving as much as the mother is giving in their kid's life, they still rule with the mother, and it's just like, it's wrong, because I see a lot of dads fight for simple things with their kids, and it's just like it's like they don't have any rights when they go to court.
Yeah,
and that's the fucked up part. And people be out here thinking like, oh well, you know, y'all only shed light on the fathers that aren't doing shit, so they deserve to be on child support or whatever the case may be. You know, to each his own. But I feel as though we should shed light on the fathers that go and they wind up on child support when they shouldn't be. Yeah. When it's a simple phone call to say, hey, your son needs a pair of sneakers, or he's calling you, hey, do they need anything? I'm at the mall, like, da-da-da-da. Like, all right, it's summertime coming, so you know, in the end of winter, early spring, y'all need to be buying summer clothes for the kids. They need uniforms before, you know, in July, early August, you know, fucking school about to start.
Don't wait till the last minute. Even.
Don't wait till the last minute, but you have those mothers out there. Who just want to make it hard for them for no reason. If he's actually trying, not even trying, if he's there front and center and shows you that he can be there front and center and does everything for them kids, there's no reason why you should take him to go to court for child support so he can be paying your rent or paying your bills or putting extra money in your fucking pocket. That's not a thing. Like, if that child is with you primarily, like they live there,
right?
Of course you're paying an electric bill, you paying for cable, internet, and stuff like that, and of course they're using it. But tell him what they need. So
people would say, one, that I actually see somebody comment underneath our post. They said they were sick of that narrative that it's just the guy's not trying or all of that other stuff. Like, what would you tell? Like, I don't even know what we could tell somebody that's bitter, but they don't even know why they're bitter. Like, that's the hardest person to get through to. Like, you're bitter.
You're weird.
But you don't know why you're bitter.
You're fucking weird.
Like, you just feel as though, like, this narrative is just that. Like, the guy can't do no right in your eyes. Yeah. And that's a bad narrative to have. That's a bad way to go through your life living.
Especially you don't even call it. You don't even, right.
Yeah, you don't even call the dad. You call the dad the father. Like, you don't even call him by his name. Like, that's super toxic. Number one, that's super bitter. Like, that's bad. The father. He's with the father. Like, that's bad. To answer that question, yes, absolutely. You should fucking show these fucking receipts. Like, what do you mean? Like, why is it always just up to the dad that he gotta damn near prove that he innocent? I thought it was innocent to prove it guilty. He guilty. He gotta prove that he innocent. He gotta prove that he taking care of his kids.
As soon as he walk in the court, guilty. Go to the mother. Like what?
That's because it's so much. Where did you think that's? Where did we think that stemmed from? That the guy is just like where in the black community you think that stemmed from? That so many black dads
when they did the low income housing, when they told them that the father couldn't be in the household. So so some niggas actually were in the household and they left when the people came to check and shit like that. Some of them took that and escaped. It is what it is. And then
so pretty much it was set up.
A lot of the times throughout history, you lost that father figure in the household that took care of everything, and you were raised in a 2-parent household, and there wasn't a lot of single mothers out here. And then when them years started to go, them jobs was lost, recessions came, men was out here doing what they wanted to do. So women, they had to step up and do this and that third. Now, as far as being bitter and using and involving the government in y'all business when y'all can probably settle it between each other, that's stupid to me. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you go to court for the father of your child and he shouldn't be in court, like you just putting him on child support because you feel as though you can and you want to just because, it's just like you losing out on what he could be doing. So now you only get this. So if the court is only telling him he got to pay $300 a month, this is all you getting out of me. $300 a month. Now when my kids are with me, I'm getting them. I'm buying their sneakers. I'm buying their clothes. And when they come back to you, they come back in the shit that you bought.
Right.
Because now this is how it's gonna go. Instead of calling and having a plan, instead of having open communication, like it's as simple as that. This is not for the women out there who have baby fathers that can't communicate, that's not listening, that's not shit, that's not there. This is for the women that have the type of nigga that will actually take care of his kid. Open a line of communication. Because whatever you're upset about, talk about it. You being upset and you sitting around your friends, you more than likely the bitches that act like that, y'all sitting around other females that act the same exact way and they agreeing to everything you can. It's like birds. That shit is like stupid on stupid on stupid on stupid. That shit is playing duck duck goose with dumbasses. That's what that is. Now, and for the niggas that are trifling and not taking care of your kids, you sitting around a bunch of niggas that's doing the same thing. Duck duck goose with dumbasses. That's all y'all doing. Like at the end of the day, communicate. Like if you want to do this, do it. I don't understand. And then y'all going to court, and then now it doesn't make it any better. There's low communication. Every little thing we're going to court for. Every little thing. Because when you get into an argument, we're going to court. Half of y'all don't even know that y'all don't have custody of y'all don't actually have custody of your fucking kids.
Y'all just going
to court. Yeah. Neither one of y'all have custody, but y'all just going to court.
For no reason. Just to try to get some money, man.
Just to try and get some money. Because you feel as though you deserve more. Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely need to see the receipts though, because you ain't just gonna keep spending all this money. I keep giving you all this money and you spending it on everything but what I'm giving it to. It's supposed to be for the kid. It's not for you. Like it's not for you. I mean, not saying listen, if you want to spend something, but like 95% of it is for the child. It's supposed to be for the betterment of the child.
And yes, you are a mother and you have different, go-throughs that the father doesn't or won't go through. That's perfectly fine. That is something that's knowledgeable, but everything doesn't need to be along that lines. Like you can't say you deserve $9,000 a month just because you pushed the child out.
Yeah, very much so.
9,000?
Very much so. Now to wrap it up, when it comes to self-reflection, looking in the mirror, what would you tell people? Why do you think it's the hardest for people to look in the mirror?
Because you don't want to see. You want to basically see what you see, what you see, but you don't want to see what is actually there. It's easier to say that you do no wrong. It's easier to feel as though you're perfect. It's easier to not see your own faults. But when them walls is closing in, and all you have is that mirror in there, you have to sit there and look at everything that you do and why the things that happen to you. A lot of times it's not just, oh, that is what it is, like this is the way of the world. No. A lot of times you set that shit out into the universe and this is what comes back to you. And nobody wants to acknowledge that. Nobody wants to have that conversation. Everybody just feels as though, woe is me, and I was dealt this card and I was dealt this hand. Some people are dealt a very bad card from the beginning. And then they find their way out of it or they don't. But some people are dealt really good cards and then they wind up reshuffling the deck to see what they can get better being greedy, and you wind up with some shit.
Yeah, like,
so
what is we doing?
At the end of the day, just acknowledge your wrongs, acknowledge your faults. Nobody is perfect. You weren't made to be perfect. You were made to be human, so you make mistakes. But acknowledging those makes you a better human being. It doesn't make you perfect, but it makes you a better person.
Very much so. We need a lot more people to, become better people. Mm-hmm. Because, listen, when people looking in the mirror is hard for some people.
Yep.
Because you see that reflection, might not always like what you see back. You might not always like it. You like, damn, damn, this is ugly. Mm-hmm. This is ugly. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that reflection I'm seeing back. That self-reflection, man, you need it.
Fuck you up.
You need it.
You need it. And you need people around you that will also make sure you see reality of it. You don't need yes men around you. They don't get you nowhere in life. Because eventually somebody going to come around and tell you no, and you're going to be sugar shocked.
Absolutely. Listen, we appreciate y'all for listening. Like always, like we always say, man, common sense ain't so common. So put a little bit more smarts in the world. Like always, we appreciate all the support. And on that note, it's the boy Vince. Holla at y'all.
Make it make sense. Come on, make it make sense. Come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense. Come on, make it.